My friends, we're finally back today. So, yeah, real life shit just been getting in the way, making it hard to make YouTube videos. But, I'm home quarantining right now because of this friggin' virus. I'm waiting for some test results. But that means that I'm not at work, and BAND-MAID just dropped a new MV, so, fate. Real quick, before I get into the MV, I did watch the BAND-MAID concert last month, the virtual concert. Just a couple quick points. It's been a while, so I kind of forgot. Different live sounded fantastic. I thought that rendition was perfect. She changed up, Konami that is, changed up the guitar licks towards the end of the song in the final chorus, and I thought it really added, like, just a little bit of an enhancement to that live performance aspect of it. I skipped Afterlife because I planned on wanting to do a reaction to it. And 3, if I'm being totally honest, the first song that they played, I didn't know the first song that they played. And it sounded a little sloppy in the beginning, and I was a little concerned. But by the end of the first song, beginning of the second song, it seemed like there was some level changing, so I think that it was just a matter of, like, some of the instruments being too loud for the other instruments, rather than it actually being them playing sloppily. But, yeah, because by song 2, it was perfect again. And there were a couple other songs that I thought were fire that I hadn't heard before, but I intentionally did not look up the names of each song, because I didn't want to, like, I was trying to stay as spoiler-free as possible. So, that way I figured, if I hear it again and I recognize it, cool, but at least I don't, like, know the name of it, so when I do watch it for YouTube, then, like, it's still pretty fresh to me. This is how my brain works, man. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this is what I'm thinking. And so the digital album apparently is coming out in 2 days. I thought it was coming out on the 20th. Apparently it's coming out on the 14th. It is the 12th right now. So if you guys are interested in watching my full reaction to the album, hop onto my Patreon. I'm going to do the whole thing in one sitting over there, but on YouTube I'm going to release videos like once every day or two for each song anyway. So if you don't want to spend any money, you have patience, unlike me, you could just wait it out on YouTube and they will appear as time goes on. I love that they have subtitles on their videos now too. Hold on, sorry guys, I gotta turn this shit up. I always forget, man. BAND-MAID needs to be like 20% louder than all the other groups that I listen to. Alright. Real rock and roll start. Even the tone of the guitar. Little tapping there. Ooh. Faded tapping too. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is definitely like a more toned down version of BAND-MAID, but I don't want people to mistake toned down, this groovy toned down style, for a lack of creativity or a lack of technical precision. Because you can hear, and this is another thing that BAND-MAID has always done since, all the songs I've heard, they do this. They have Konami, or Misa for that matter, doing something in some part that is way more difficult than it needs to be, because it's turned down. It's almost hard to hear unless you're really focusing on what they're doing. And you could hear it in the chorus again, as always. Konami just shredding through choruses as if her fingers just don't need a break. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to bring out no chords. But you could also hear Misa doing the same thing in the back here throughout the chorus, just kind of sliding up. Suddenly you hear the bass get really high, and you know that she's playing on a different part of the neck as she was before. Lots of slides, lots of little tricks that we're seeing here. I'm going to actually go back to that first chorus, and I'm going to listen to a lot of that again. It's cool, all palm mutes here, right? One chord ringing out. This part is so groovy, man. It reminds me of like stoner rock. Dude, I'm saying, listen to Misa here, man. Like, Konami's doing some stuff, but she's not going as crazy as she normally goes during choruses, because Misa's taking over that spot right now. Listen to her. Just listen. Just see her go up the neck there? Yeah. Nice. Very bass heavy. I like it. It makes so much sense for the style of music, too. You know, this kind of like... I would call this stoner rock, honestly. Outside of her vocals, it's got that vibe to it. And it's better. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some decent stoner rock bands out there, but I mean, this is BAND-MAID. Cool. Nice transition going down the scale there. Oh shit! We got Miku playing some lead here. Nice. I like to see it. Hitting those bends real nice. What is the scene with all the hands, man? I don't know if it's creeping me out or turning me on. Nice. Oh shit, was that Miku? Yo, dude, come on. Yo. That was the most rock and roll she's ever been before. This is what happens when I don't go to work, man. I get phone calls in the middle of guitar solos. Not cool. Try this again. You see where she's playing on that bass, man? Oh, it's so short. Not gonna lie, I wish that was a little longer. Like, I just started really getting into it there. To her speed and the different changes in pace there during that very short solo was really nice to hear. Oh. So good. Maybe it's perfect at that line. It's cool, man. I love this chorus too, man. Dude, their choruses are just everything for me right now. The last two, whoo! Ah, her vocals too, dude. What a shot. Iconic, right? Like, look at them, dude. Dude. Ah, I just love them. Oh. Creepy head turn. Love it. Ooh. little jazzy feeling to end this out. Even this part is super creative. Whoa. Whoa, real cool, man. Dude, that was really... How can I explain... BAND-MAID songs, it's not that they have a formula, it's that they have a sound, you know? BAND-MAID is this rock and roll progressive metal group that has bluesy and jazzy tendencies sometimes, you know? And they're really technically sound and really friggin' catchy. But this song, while being many of those things, didn't sound like any of their other songs. So it's like kind of hard for me to exactly articulate what the difference is, but I think that you can hear mostly the difference in this song, what separates this song from the other songs, in two parts. One, that outro that we just heard, which I'm going to listen to again right now, because it was way more deep than I thought it was going to be. I figured it would be a couple notes coming out of it, but it was an actual part. Like, it was a whole new part to the song. It sounded like it was going to be a fade out, but it wasn't. It was almost like you could have written another song out of that. And the bridge after the solo, which was like so airy and open, just a couple notes, and it extended longer than a lot of their other transition type parts do. So it very much lived on its own. It was basic, don't get me wrong. It was one of the least technically sound things that they've done. It was very basic. Da-na-na, da-na-na. But that's what made it special to me, the fact that they don't do stuff like that a lot, because, like I said, Konami loves to fill in that open space with something. You know, she can't keep her fingers still, and I love that. Akane was actually kind of taking a bit of a break in this one, in my opinion. You know, it was more about keeping the groove this time. Like I said, that's why the bass was shining. It was more in that style of music. Dude, you're going to give me a Misa heavy song? I'm not going to complain. Nobody should. If they do, Misa should come after you. Alright, let's listen to this outro again. Alright, right? So we got a piano here. Guitar. We got an acoustic guitar. Actually, I think it's an electric guitar playing clean. It sounds like there's a piano in the background, but I can't tell if that's just another guitar. We got the na 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 na. Yeah, and then right there, we've got another guitar coming. And there was a synth back there too. There was a lot more going on to it than meets the eye. And then the other part that I was talking about, it's right here, right? We're doing a 1-2 riff here, but we're going to switch it to a 1-2-3 in a second. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you see what Akane is doing here? It's very simple. And generally, when something like that happens in one of their songs, I expect Akane to be like, you know, basically just... But she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. So here are my overall thoughts on the song. I think it's another really good rock and roll song, and I love that they've kind of adjusted their style a little bit for it, especially after Different. Different was so chaotic and so full of notes all the time. You know, there was barely any room to breathe, and it really showcased all of their talents. And this one was much tamer, much groovier, much more of a bob your head instead of bang your head. I didn't feel like they needed to show off too much in this song. You know, it was more about the feeling that you get from it. At this point, I'm not looking at this as just a singular song, you know? I'm looking at this as one of the cogs in the machine for this album that's coming out. And if you're going to give me Different and then you're going to give me this is the perfect disparity, you know? Yeah, I can't wait to check out the rest. So like I said before, if you want to check out the full-length reaction, check out my Patreon. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'll be posting them on YouTube just a little bit slower over time. Alright guys, I'm out of here.